Hello pool players, welcome back again to another video from the Apex Predator Billiards Training Club. My name is Apex Elenio, your aspiring professional pool player and pool instructor straight out of the small island of Jamaica. Now of course in today's video I'm going to be walking you through yet again another rack analysis, and this particular rack here is coming from one of my evening practice sessions with the pool players that are currently in my area, the local pool players that we practice or we play competitive racks during the evenings. And of course it so happens that I pounce upon a familiar face here to the channel, that is K.Campbell. If you guys would like to see Kevron in action, you can click on the link that is pinned in the comments. You would have seen where Kevron and I usually end up in racks that usually turns out in a defensive battle. And of course I'm bringing to you here yet again another battle between myself and Kevron. Now of course, as before guys, I'm going to be showcasing quite a bit of break analysis videos with you because you guys are truly my inspiration to how I got to this level. This is not a break and run video, so of course guys, there's just going to be some tactical strategies that were used in this rack in order for the person between myself and Kevron to come out the victor of this rack. So we're going to be starting off with this beautiful break shot here to start the rack here. Nice contact into that one ball there. Got a couple of kisses and kicks around the table there, settling in the middle of the table. But unfortunately there, and a little bit disappointing from my point of view there, I did not get a ball deposited on the break, and this pretty much brings Kevron into action here, giving him first advantage to really take control of this table. Now although the break was unsuccessful in terms of getting a ball down, I didn't leave Kevron anything easy. The one ball is an open shot, nothing too aggressive. The two ball is tucked up under the three, and there's a bit of a cluster there on the left side, the bottom left side of the table. So I'm assuming that Kevron is not going to try to do anything that is too audacious. He's definitely going to try to stay in control. He knows the skill level play that he's playing with. Not putting myself on a pedestal guys, but the defensive part of the game is the part of the game that I enjoy the most. It's the part of the game that I put a lot of work on prior to starting this channel. This channel was built based on the ability for me to do a lot of kick systems, but I've now transitioned my game into really understanding the position play and the principles of defense in this beautiful game called pocket billiards. Now of course Kevron is of similar style of play to me, very methodical type of player, very chess like type player. In fact, K.Campbell is in fact a chess teacher, and that is something that I really admire. It's a game that I've never really found interest in learning, but definitely when you're playing the game of pool you need a bit of chess strategy. And so of course Kevron started there by nip-tucking that one ball into that cluster, really creating some problems here. So he's trying to stay in control here, and of course as you're seeing here, I'm going to also try to stay in control here. Now I did try to tuck up that one ball under that particular, I believe it's the 4 ball, it's the 2 ball. I did try to tuck that one ball under the 2, but it seemed as if I've left Kevron here with a slight opening. And at first glance when I looked at this guys from my point of view, it didn't seem as if Kevron could actually make this particular putt. But just by his demeanor, just by him getting down, aiming, it looks like he has a slight opening, which could be his chance to really get his stroke on the way. So he's playing with a little bit of low left here, so he's trying to throw the object ball into the pocket. Oh, that's a really nice shot there. Let's have a look at the replay. At first glance guys, I didn't think he could make it, but he did prove my perception incorrect. So he does pot the 1. Now the game is not quite open because he's now checking to 3 to see if the 3 passes the 7. It doesn't, and there may be a chance he's a bit close to that 9 ball, so it kind of prevents him from really stroking into this 2 to open up that cluster. Knowing Kevron, I don't think he's going to try to attack here. He's going to try to play some kind of nip-tuck safety here. So he was trying to stun the cue ball as predicted behind the 3, but he has leaked an opportunity here. Now he hasn't left me with anything easy. He really has left me here with a couple of options. He has left me with the aggressive bank, which potentially could allow me to play one rail position to the 3. And that's a really tricky shot because, of course, we're playing for a little bit of cash here. So none of us wants to take any unnecessary risk. You can see here that I'm, getting down, contemplating, do I go for the bank or do I play some sort of safety? Now, there is a really tricky safety, a really low, and it's not really a low, it's a low percentage safety based on my experience, but my knowledge of the cue balls part over the past couple of months, guys, I've really been dialing down on understanding the cue balls part. So you can see I'm pointing my tip right where I'm aiming from. And at about a quarter ball hit, I should be able, or a half ball hit maybe, I should be able to come back somewhere around where I'm at. Ooh, the speed. Little bit disappointed there. You can see, kind of looked up into the sky, looked up into the ceiling, pardon me, because we were in a building. But I kind of looked up into the ceiling. I kind of was wondering, do I needed a little bit more spin on that? Ay, adios míos. But it was really close. But has Kevron been left with a shot? I don't know. He doesn't seem to be looking all aggressive. He looks to be, aligning himself here to play a safety. He has not looked at the pot on the 2, so I guess I got a little bit of a roll there. So he's trying to edge off the face of the 2, slide past the 5, trying to come down to the short rail, but he kind of bumped into that 2. And you can see how quickly I approached the table because I really am happy to really be back to the table here. Not that I thought that Kevron would have run out, but it's always good to be at the table because here I have a chance. I have a chance at going all out aggressive. I can play a safety, but just trusting my stroke. And at the point of making this video, would have been a few months later. I actually was feeling really confident in my ability around this time. So I felt like I could go for this aggressive pot onto the 2 to the bottom right pocket, pardon me, and go into the cluster. Now, I did actually try to go for the breakout there, and it would have been a really good shot to an extent if I had made the pot on the 2, but I missed it completely. But again, for this particular rack, I'm getting a little bit of a roll here. Now, Kevron is not one of those type of players that is going to get frustrated by, your rolls. He's just going to adapt to the situation. And he knows that when he's playing with a player of my caliber, my skill level, he knows that, of course, in order for you to win, he knows you have to be able to make something happen. You've got to be able to make something happen out of nowhere. It looks as if he's going for the cross side bank here. And he looks to be using the 7 potentially to hold position for the 3. So this is an all-out aggressive shot. This definitely is not Kevron's style of play. He's not one of those aggressive type of player. But he did, in fact, went for that cross-side bank. He missed it, but he got a fruitful reward here. If that 4 ball did not trickle into the path of the cue ball, it would have been a sellout and potentially it could have cost Kevron. But he has hooked me on the 2, leaving me with a jump. Now, when you're playing with another player that is not of your skill level or a little bit lower, this is something that you can count yourself as a chance to win. But you can't really count out an opponent like Apex Elenio because of his shot repertoire skills. The shots that is in my shot arsenal here allows me to play shots like this. So it's possible that I could make this jump. Ooh, I did make contact. I made contact, but a little bit too much adrenaline on that shot there has definitely cost. Potentially, it could cost me the rack here. Now, like I said, guys, Kevron is the type of player that is a very conservative type of player. He's very methodical at that. And he's not going to try to do anything outrageous, try to do any fancy spin shots. He's not going to try to be aggressive. So far, you can see that he's very timely. I do believe that he can move a little bit faster around the table, because of course, you know, it's nice to, you know, as an audience, you want to watch a player that is easy on the eye. Now, I myself is a little bit of a tactical player. I do play a hair slower than the average player, but I do get a lot of good results. And Kevron here is also that type of player that is very methodical and very intentional with what he does here. Now, he didn't have an open look at the 2 to play position on the 3, so he tried to play a 2-5 combo. Now, somebody said something to him there and he had a smile on his face. So it's always good to play with these type of players who they are very happy whether they win or they lose. And Kevron is a competitor, but he's also the type of player that, you know, you can definitely enjoy playing a couple of racks with. Now, his face is very familiar. If you'd like to see him on the channel, you can check out the link that is pinned in the description. Every time we play, we often end up in some interesting tic-tac-toe battles here. Now, unfortunately, we can see Kevron sold out the rack here, definitely opening up a chance. Now, he hasn't really sold out the game completely, because that 6 ball is tied up, tucked up behind the 7. So there's work for Apex Selenium to do here. Nice shot from the 2 to the 3 to play short side. Now, he's definitely going to be trying to pot the 3 here. Let's look at the stroke from this particular angle here. Nice setup here. Let's see if the delivery is clean. It is clean. Nice stroke there. Drawing short side on the 4, leaving with a perfect angle to somehow go into that cluster. Now, breaking out clusters, guys, I've had a couple of cluster videos on my channel. You guys would like to check that out. I do have some videos talking about how to break out clusters from pocket hangers. Now, this particular one here is not a pocket hanger, but it's a natural rolling cue ball into the cluster. Really nice shot there by Apex Selenium. Didn't really work out as best as I would like for it to do. Would have maybe need to play a hair more speed on that breakout, but I'm still okay with that. And here comes yet again Apex Selenium showing off his knowledge here. Now, just slightly overcutting the 6 here, just enough and the right speed to bring the object ball onto the short rail. Beautiful defensive shot there by Apex Selenium. That is what you call a game winning shot. Now, of course, at my level here, this is some high caliber pool, but at the pro level, which is the level that I aspire to reach, any pro player will be able to kick, make contact, receive, kick, and even make the shot. So Kevron here is going to show off, you know, kind of show you his analytical approach towards the game here. You can see where he's pointing his shaft. I think he's looking at trying to kick it from behind. So he's potentially looking for a kick and stick. If he comes a hair short, he might be able to chip the 6 in off 2 rails. Now, I'm not familiar with the type of systems that Kevron uses for his kicking ability. I know he studies the game, but I don't know if he uses a system. If you're watching this video, the audience would love to know, perhaps, do you use a kicking system? I believe that he just uses his natural ability. I'm not sure of his mathematical ability when it comes to pool, but that was a nice kick shot there. Didn't really sell out completely. That's a roll. You've got to say that this is a roll. Nice kick there. He has left me with a potential bank once again. Earlier, you could have seen in the rack where I contemplated whether to play a bank. Now, the game is all out here, guys. And I believe that this was a bad decision that I made here. I have to take accountability for this, guys, because I'm aiming top spin, and I'm not sure how I didn't even realize how bad this shot was until I actually was editing the video. Because look at where the cue ball is. Had I made that bank, do you then see how I would have ended up on the 6? It would have been really bad. So I feel like I really should have tried to construct some sort of defensive shot there. But you know how it goes. We'll learn from our own mistakes here. Now, Kevron has an opening, and this is the best opening that he will get, and he has falling short. You can see that grimace on his face. He knows that he needs about another foot roll in order to really secure this rock. Now, he's going to have to do something special here. Cue ball control is at its best. Natural cue ball floats towards the corner. Can he avoid the 9? Can he avoid the corner? He does. Here comes the cue ball. Ooh, just a little bit more. Maybe just a millimeter of more topspin there would have potentially allowed him to slide past that 8. But wow. Kevron has found himself in a little bit of a pickle here. So now he has a bank. And I guess at this point here, how much safety? Is there a safety? Do you think that he should go offense? He definitely looks all aggressive here. So he's going for the bank and potentially trying to hold the cue ball for the 9. Ooh, just missed that shot by a hair. Wow. What a shot. What an attempt. And still, you can see he's such a conservative type of player. I believe potentially that he had the safety in mind. Just look at where the cue ball is. The only way that he would have sold out is if he had banked that object ball long. So he banked it short with the intention that he's going to potentially play a safety. Really chest type player shot there by Kevron. Now I'm calling the side. You're playing 10 ball, guys, so you know that you can't get lucky like in 9 ball and continue your shot. So since I'm kicking off 2 reels, I know potentially that I could actually kick it into the side. Again, I feel like that still was a poor decision. And I have my kick safe game has improved over the past 6 months by I think about 20%. I've been kicking, making contact, and I've been actually getting some intended results over the past 6 months, and you will see them in upcoming videos, guys. But this particular rack here really showed that I have some grit within me. I definitely show that, it shows that the players here, there are a lot of good players here in my area. We're not really exposed to high quality pool. The best competition is really at my level. In order for us to get better competition, we actually have to go outside the parish, which costs us a lot more money for traveling. But it's all a part of the process, guys. We'll learn from these mistakes here. Now Kevron has a tough pot, and I really like the decision that he made here on this 8. He does stroke it in, comes around 3 rails. Now pay attention to where that cue ball landed. Dead perfect onto that 9 for an easy stop shot on the 10. And unfortunately there for Kevron, he has missed at the most critical time in this rack. You don't want to have to leave an opponent like Apex Selenia with this 3 ball layout here. Pretty easy run out here. Not too much here. Nice stroke, very confident stroke at that. Beautiful shot there. Nice cue ball control just to finish off the rack in style. And I really do believe that this rack was one to watch. Now there was a few mistakes made by both players. I got a little bit more roll than Kevron, but it was in fact, in my opinion, I think it was an entertaining rack to the extent. Now I do hope that you guys enjoy the knowledge that is being dispensed here on you from these training practice sessions, evening sessions with myself and the players around me. Now I do hope that you enjoy it, and if you have, consider leaving a like, leaving some positive comments and questions down below, and do not forget to share this out to your pool community. So until next time, guys, continue practicing with precision, accuracy, consistency and control, and do not forget to subscribe. Take care. Bye-bye.